Good morning, Rumble Studios. Good morning, Rumble Studios. Good morning, Rumble Studios on this Monday, 02.03.2025 current time. Yes, I know I am running late. 07:16 a.m. Eastern time here in upstate New York. That'd be the southern tier of upstate New York where I live and reside. Rich Roberts, at Fireman Rich, here on Rumble Studios, broadcasting into Rumble, Locals, YouTube, Twitch, X Live. And when I turn the button on, there's the button. We're broadcasting now on Facebook. We are broadcasting now on Facebook. I always forget that last little ding thing when I'm checking all the audio and the other screens here, but we're on the Facebook Live now too. So we're on 6 platforms this morning. Good Monday morning, start of a new week, and better late than never. Yes, I don't really. I'm retired now. Hey, good morning, Double J's. Double J's, how we doing, my friend? Glad to have you here this morning. And I know I'm running late. There's people that are at other platforms or other broadcasts that are up right now, so that's fine. But I'm not on a schedule. I try to be on a schedule, okay, for the most part, okay. And I recognize that I'm late today. I thought I set the alarm clock when I woke up at 4, and I said, well, I guess set this for another hour. Get up at 5 o'clock to get ready for the broadcast. But I woke up at literally about 40 minutes ago. And so I'm scampering, running around here. My iPad mini is on the blink right now. It's not charging for some reason. It might be on its last leg. I don't know. We'll see. I'll just got to keep it. You know what? I'm going to take that out and just put a direct charge cable in there and just see if that works. It's going through a lightning connector. Let's see if that works. No, it's not. It might be dead. It might be dead. That'd be sad because I got some good stuff on there. Anyway, we're here, and Double J says better late than never. But am I really late? I'm retired. I'm officially retired, so I could probably start whenever I want. But I don't like saying. I like to stay on a consistent thing. So I normally start at about 6 o'clock, quarter to six, 6 o'clock, a little after 6 o'clock on the most cases. But this case, we're way off at 6 o'clock. We're in the 7 o'clock hour here, 7:18 in the southern tier of upstate New York. I do have the morning coffee though, and it is tasting mighty fine. But like Double J says, better late than never. But we are here now, so those people that aren't normally here, they can watch it on the replay. That's what we have, replays, right? And I always thank those people for the replays. I hope everybody had a good weekend. I did for the most part. We had a pretty wacky Sunday though, me and the missus, as far as that goes. Um, Friday night, starting the weekend, I lost my chess game again. That's 2 weeks in a row now. I had the game up until the end, and then we're going piece for piece, and I was taking it to the end game, and I allowed his rooks to come back on my back files, and that's not a good thing. When you have that much power behind your line, that is not a good thing. And I got to remember that. That's one of the things. The checkmate, I'm just, oh, I'm still safe. I got my rooks back behind and stuff like that. But now he slid it in. I'm like, and I should have seen it. And it's just, it was one of those variables that just like, oh, did not see. The week before, my neighbor beat me, and he got me he literally, before I had to resign, because he had me in check, but he could either take, he could either take my queen or either one of my rooks. So he had me a check, but he had all three of those pieces in a fork, and I've never seen that before. And he said it just happened. He didn't see it. He just saw it just before he did it. So those are some of the moves we have when we play chess. So, but we had a good game, a quick game, 30 minutes. That was one of our quickest games. So, but then going into Saturday, I ended up doing some live streaming broadcasting on. Let's see, what did I do in my notes here? Yeah, Lord of the Rings Online. I broadcast about an hour, and then I played some PUBG Battlegrounds with Wingnut. I am playing with Wingnut. He is over in Scotland, a very good player, outstanding player. I've learned a lot from him on PUBG Battlegrounds and stuff. It supersedes, in my opinion, PUBG Mobile, because PUBG Mobile is it's fun. Don't get me wrong, but if you want to play in the big leagues, you play on PUBG Battlegrounds, because it's more realistic. There's a little bit more strategy play. I'm not knocking the players, because there's some damn good players on PUBG Mobile. I just really enjoy the thrill effect is more so on PUBG Battlegrounds, and having a co player such as the caliber of Wingnut. He is freaking outstanding. He normally gets anywhere from 6 to 8 kills a game, and that's dropping in some hot drops. And hot drop is a drop, and there's people all around you. We get one. My first we went in this one hot drop. We lasted less than 2 minutes. It was like the hot drops. The key about a hot drop is you got to look when you're coming down. You're trying to look for that gun so you can get the gun first. So, but we had fun there, and actually, I put up the game Saturday. Let me see if I posted it over there on my X page, or no, my YouTube page. I don't think it came up as a short. Let me see if I can bring that up. I got a double kill, and I didn't even use a gun. So let me bring that up. Let me bring the replay of that up. Let's see. How do I get there? Oh, I got to go to my channel first. And let's see. Is it in the shorts? No, I don't know how you do shorts now. They say you're supposed to put hashtag shorts. I'll have to look at that again. Let's look at the videos. Here we go. I call it Player Unknown Battlegrounds PUBG BG friendly. No, not friendly fire. That's when me and Wingnut shot each other. Let me bring this up. Okay, here we go. Let me present this as far as Can I bring it wide up? No, I can't. I got to bring it up first to that level. So we did some PUBG. I just posted this over on my YouTube channel. Let's go ahead and bring this up. Let's see. I didn't want that. I did not want that. Let's see. I wanted this one. Okay, just straighten up my. Okay, we're all set here. Let me. Okay, let me bring this up. Turn off the scroll first. Turn that off. Do the present. Go to YouTube. No, let's see. We'll keep it there. Go to present. Pick up the PUBG Battlegrounds, and here it is. Share. Let me get it to full screen first. There's full screen. Are we on there? Yep, it's in the queue. Okay, so this is me. I'm hunkered down in this house, and I don't have a gun at all. There's no gun. I've been upstairs. I came downstairs. I could hear people around me, and this is how it goes. Let me go ahead and play this now. Here I am. I'm going in the room. I'm looking for a gun on the ground floor. I can hear people. I'm looking. I changed my.
Oh, damn. How's he got me? That's a cheat.
And that's Wingnut. He's in another location. He's about 3 buildings over, and he usually can spot a cheat in his games. Okay, they either got an aimbot or they can look through walls and stuff like that. I've gotten a very good education on the cheats in this game and stuff like that. So you can do the replaying and see how. But he's over 2 buildings. That was Wingnut. But this is me right now. I'm frantic, and I'm like, I don't have a gun. And the doorway that's open, you'll see the first player come in. I can hear their footsteps.
Level 23, and he shot me. That is a cheat.
There comes
he saw exactly where I was.
I just punch it away, and he's knocked down. Here comes his partner, and I do the same to him.
Exactly where I was. Nice. Keep going.
And I just told Wingnut, because you can't pick up my voice on the game, because that's the in-game. Punch it away, and he's knocked down. Here comes. Okay, that's me on the. That's me on the. That's on my live, my YouTube live. But that's how it went, and it's funnier than it's funny. I stopped to see. Yeah, I'm okay, Tina. Yeah, I just running late. You know, people run late, okay, and you know, I'm not worried about it or concerned about it. Everything's fine. I just thank you for being the concern. Captain Rehab said no cheating. Yeah, there's cheating. Hey, good morning, Captain Rehab. No, there's cheating on PUBG Battlegrounds, but that's the video again. Let me see if I can bring that back up. Let's see. Play that one more time here. Let's see. Yeah, here it is. One more time. Now, the person that you can't hear my audio because I'm talking into the game, and this is just I downloaded this from the replay. The replay doesn't have my voice, but it has Wingnut's voice. And there's a lot of cheaters in here, just like in PUBG Battlegrounds. Okay, Tina, we'll see you later. And what is it? But I'm usually about 2 buildings away. I'm still working on my parachuting and stuff like that. So this is so there I am. I'm looking for the building. I pick up something, and I'm just looking around. I'm checking for gun. I already checked upstairs. I go in this room.
Oh, damn. How's he got me? That's a cheat.
And somebody just got Wingnut there. He's definitely a cheater if he says it's a cheat.
Level 23, and he shot me. That is a.
And what's he mean about level 23? If you get shot really quick and really efficiently, and they have a lower. It's a cheater that's come back on another account. That's what he's recognizing. So here comes the guys coming
Jeez.
through the door.
He
I-
saw exactly where I was. I could see. He was keen. He knew exactly where I was.
So these players weren't all that great. They were probably
Nice.
they could have been
Keep
bots,
going.
and as far as that goes, and I just thought that was pretty cool. As far as there's Rick Costa. He is a fellow broadcaster there on the over there on Twitch. He's a good guy too. Let's see. I was fired up. No, I wasn't fired up. I had some concerning issues on my mind there, Captain Rehab. Okay. They just overflowed a little bit on that broadcast. It wasn't no hot issue on the broadcast. I almost wasn't going to come into that broadcast because I was, we were taking care of a real world issue with our washer and dryer, which incidentally, let me bring you the pictures of that. Or the washer. It was a washer. Yeah. The missus started the washer. And let me show you what I was working on yesterday, just before I was working on this, and I sent Tony these pictures as far as that goes. And I wasn't a happy camper because I had to work on my Sunday. I had to, Sundays I really like to kick back, especially when there was no football yesterday because the Buffalo Bills, the team I wanted to go to the Super Bowl, lost. Okay, life goes on, as we were going to explain in our thought for the day. It comes to bear. We have a good thought for the day today, but let me show you the pictures, Captain Rehab, so I can appease your mind that that Richie Rich is okay. Okay, so you just like yeah, I was on fire, maybe because of the comments there, because I knew some of the comments that were going to come about the Buffalo Bills, but it's a moot point as far as that goes. And I know you had fun with that. You usually have the fun on other people's despair and stuff like that. So that's fine, Captain Rehab. Okay. I'm a big boy, so I know, and I know you're a big boy too. So, such is life. Okay. Let me show you these pictures here. I show you. Yeah, we had a washer that went down, and we had the drain pump was couldn't turn off. It wouldn't turn off. There it is. That's the drain pump. That's me getting ready to take the little item right there out. And I already disassemble. I got to disconnect. It's off the bracket, so I got to take off the and this is what it looks like. That's the pump right there. So basically, we ordered a new one. It's exactly like that. And when the missus turned on the washer yesterday, and right away, the drain pump was started. So I think the day before it was on, Saturday it was on. So she kept it unplugged for the whole day. And then yesterday morning, she plugged it back on. It turned on. And so I took that off yesterday morning. That's why I wasn't on Tony's broadcast, Belt Kings Fantasy Football, right away. I did come up later. And yeah, I was a little spirited because I knew I was just preparing for a possible onslaught from another broadcaster and stuff like that likes to fun. What is this freaking fly? We got a fly in here. Holy shit. So that's what we're looking at as far as again, that's my tools, some of out of my toolbox here, as far as disengage or disconnect that drain pump. And the drain pump, the inside off to the left here by the tube, that's the tube coming out is going to the drain, and this is coming from the washer down here to the left. But right there, the spinner wasn't freewheeling, so it was a little bit tougher than normal. So pretty much that's what yesterday morning entailed for about just after waking up. So again, it was if it was a little bit harder and then we ordered the replacement part. We found it on Amazon. Easy P. It's an OEM part, so OEM parts are pretty standard as far as that goes. You know, they just they're made from another company, but they're put into the brand and such. Yeah, then the price difference. I'm not going to tell you. We paid. Let's just say we paid under $30. Okay, but there's a page. This is on Amazon, but there's a parts page for that exact same part. I mean, exactly, because they had the plate name of the company that makes it and stuff like that. Exactly the same. They wanted like $121 for it. It's like, give me a break. I think it's because they had the bracket. I already have the bracket. I don't need the bracket. I need the pump. I can affix it. It's 2 screws. Take it out, slap it on the bracket, and slap the bracket in there with the 3 bolts and connect the hoses, and that's simple, easy peasy repair job. And there's people that they'll call a repairman. It'll cost them like $200 just in labor to repair that. It's a $30 part. So we'll see what happens because usually if something happens, there might be something else wrong with it. It's an LG top loader, and we've had it for 10 years. So if we spend $30 to save us from spending $800 on a new washer, hey, I'll go with that. I've done that with my dryer. The dryer, I've thrown out a dryer before when we first moved here, when it just got cool. It's like, oh, it's broken. I'll just put it at the curb. Our second one we got, it did that, and I did a little research on the University YouTube, and lo and behold, all you need to do is chain out the heating element, because the heating element, if there's not a constant connection, that's where you're not going to get no heat. So I changed it out, and that was another $30 part instead of spending $400 or $500 on another dryer. So it's just a simple maintenance there. So it wasn't all that intense. So I wasn't going. I turned on Tony's broadcast after I got done. You know, we ordered it and all that, and I'm thinking, oh, I saw Michael and Tony and Michael, and then Brian came on, I guess, and I said, hey, you know what? I'll just pop in. I'll do the pop in. So and even then, I wasn't really all together. I should have, So I had a moment yesterday. Who cares? It was good for entertainment. Today's a new day, right? So yeah, I know everybody got a laugh out of it and stuff like that, but it was good to be on Tony's broadcast and stuff. It's just talk about stuff. Again, as far as football, the football season's over for me. And like I said yesterday, and I said it last week, Buffalo Bills lost. Okay, you move on. And it just takes a little bit to move on. There's still a little residual of the loss there yesterday, I guess, on the show. And but I feel better. I got it out of my system as far as that goes. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully, the Philadelphia Eagles will win, or else Captain Rehab will be eating the proverbial poo-poo. They better win. Okay. No, I want him to win because I really like Shaquan Barkley. Shaquan Barkley has been an added plus to the Philadelphia Eagles, and I do like the Eagles. When Andy Reid coached them, I hated the Eagles because I did not like Andy Reid. I like Andy Reid; he's okay, but I don't really care for the Chiefs now because it was apparent in that particular game against the Bills. It wouldn't have mattered on the outcome because I think the Bills gave it all they could, but Josh Allen, he's I'm sort of paraphrasing, but he's quoting, they didn't smash the door down. Okay, so it was just they were evenly matched, and it came down to the end, and what they got, and even Josh Allen said it. We had 3 minutes. I couldn't go down and they're capable of doing that, but they just didn't get it together. They have the players. And I dispute anybody saying that, oh, this team has better players and stuff. No, just any given game, shit can happen. So, but I would really like the Eagles because that would be a redemption because the Eagles have met the what are they 1-1 now in the Super Bowl against each other? Have they met? I think they met each other twice. I don't know. We did talk about it yesterday and stuff. So, but. Oh, the other thing this weekend, and that also yesterday in the broadcast, on Tony D's broadcast, this weekend I had these things connected the whole time. These have a connection. It's a direct wire into the PC. Okay, and they have this little doodad. This is if you got a Xbox or PS5, you just plug this in for audio. But when I plug this in the computer, it lights these up. Let me show you. Say they light up. Pretty cool. I could say it's Celtic green, but Captain Rehab, you can say it's Philadelphia Eagle green. Good segue. But I use those this weekend. And of course, when I'm on these, I'm using the soundboard. So I had my soundboard off the whole weekend, which I thought that was pretty cool because I got an alternative motive or an alternative capability with these headphones, and they're nice. They're sound. What's that term? Sound canceling. They cancel the sound to a good point, and they're really good. I bought those primarily because of PUBG Battlegrounds, and they're a good. Here's the box. I know the people on the audio side, on the audio pod of this broadcast, the audio is repurposed over there to Spotify for creators for the audio side. I know you can't see this, but I got the box. That's the box that came in. So that's the brand. These are only like $30, $35 with the shipping and stuff like that. So I used Bitcoin. Hey, Tony D, salute to you, my friend. Hashtag positive start to the day. Good morning to the missus.
Good morning, Tony D.
There you go. Good morning, Tony D. We're just getting a late start here, Tony. And Tony saying hi to Captain Rehab. So they worked out quite well. And I listened to the replay yesterday. I was just talking about me using the headphones here, Tony, on yesterday. I used these all weekend. And I guess the sound sounded pretty good on those. I'm not going to use them all the time. They're primarily for gaming. And if I broadcast a gaming, I will use them as well. And let's see, are we on? Yeah, okay. I'll use those to broadcast with. These are just going to be like if I do the Monday, Wednesday, Friday live stream broadcast or else. And they have a boom mic, so I don't use the Marantz. This is a Marantz 1000 mic, and I got a CAD U37. I'll use that like from the live streaming and the audio podcasting and stuff. I'm doing the audio. So that's pretty good as far as that goes. I was just showing Tony the part there that I sent you the picture. There's the picture. Oh, that's the part right there. I think I just sent you one picture. I sent you this picture just before yesterday when I started the broadcast. There you are on the Rumble. Thank you, Tony. So I was just explaining to Captain Rehab, who thinks I had a freaking meltdown yesterday, which is far from that. But this worked out real well as far as, like I said, there was like 4 nuts to take the back panel off, 3 bolts, and then I got to disconnect these 2 hoses. And once I did that, there's the pump right there. So we ordered it on Amazon, and as far as that goes, there's the pump, and you can see the company. That's the company right there. It's an OEM part as far as that goes. No, I don't think so. Far from it, Captain Rehab. Yeah, it maybe if you think that in your little pea brain mind, you can go ahead and think that. That's if that makes you feel good, you go ahead and do that, my friend. That's no problem. It's like a meltdown. No, I was upset. I'll be honest with you. I was upset with, I was trying to hold it together, but it just spilled over. And I apologize, Tony. Tony was having fun with it. He said, "Holy shit, look at Rich. He's on the rampage." Believe me, I was holding back a lot too.
You upset your schedule.
I'm upset with what?
Because your schedule got upset.
Oh yeah, that's why I got upset. The missus said I got upset yesterday because my Sunday morning schedule got upset. Oh, let me. What's that? Oh, it upset. It actually did really. It did really upset our day, right? It didn't really because you ordered the part. You did a real good job ordering the part, and
It didn't upset mine. Upset your schedule.
well, yeah. Would you say I was upset yesterday?
Yeah.
Okay, the missus said I was upset, so I was upset. We'll leave it at that. Captain Rehab said I had a meltdown.
No, Joe.
No. You see me meltdown, right? Have I ever meltdown since we've been married? We've been married 30-some years, over 30 years now.
Meltdown?
36
no, you
years.
get pissed off. I've seen you pissed off. I wouldn't say meltdown.
Right.
I mean, meltdown's a whole different thing to me.
Captain Rehab says hi to the missus.
Hi.
Thank you, Captain Rehab. Tony in capital letters. He goes, God, she's awesome. No, she keeps me in check. I don't have a meltdown.
I try. I fail, but I try.
Don't blame you. You are a military man. No, I have to blame. You got to take responsibilities for your actions there. Let's see. Double J says, "Don't blame you. You're a military man. Stick to you." Yeah, that you get. It's the military ingrains that into you as far as being in the military.
Meltdown.
No, the schedules. You know how you have.
know.
She's just joking. She's just
Yes,
joking. As far as that goes. And Tim Fan 40, good morning. Doing a job out of town. Okay, be safe, my friend. Tim Fan 40 coming in from Michigan. Glad to have you here, my friend. So, but yeah, it just I got to take responsibility and stuff like that. And I do take, and I've talked about this last week. I am a broadcaster that will take responsibility of my comments. There's other broadcasters that I just let me get this one sentence. There's other broadcasters out there, and you all know who they are. They'll just spill it out, and then afterwards they won't take responsibility or they don't care. So they don't have any empathy. And let's just say in the green room yesterday, I mentioned, well, we won't go there and stuff like that. I do. So like I felt bad yesterday, and this is a way of my moving on, along with Captain Rehab giving me the proverbial crap, which I just 4-hour drive one way. Oh, okay. Wow. And we'll go with that. Let's see. I got to take care of this cheap views here. I got sidetracked. I got to do a 6-click here, folks. Hang on for a minute. We got a 6-click activity over here on the Twitch. Let's see. It's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. All right. Let's get this started here because we talked for about 30 minutes about me being late, but mostly about me being off kilter yesterday. We're on an even plane today. Let's see. Currently it is 32 degrees Fahrenheit, and I don't know if you can see, we do have some white stuff out. We had some snow overnight. I don't know. There's probably about not even a half inch, right? Probably between a 1/4 inch and a half inch. We got some snow. 32 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 0 degrees Celsius. That's our temperature right now, as far as that goes. And another day, another start. Exactly. And we're gonna reflect that, Double J's. This is the 3rd or 4th time. So that, and the thought for the day, it just came up, and I said, you know what? That's a great thought for the day, and that's the whole premise that's upcoming thought for the day, as far as that goes. And let's see, our world times and temperatures as I speak in Honolulu, Hawaii at 2:47 a.m. Clear skies, 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Phoenix, Arizona, clear skies at 5:47 a.m. Currently 55 degrees Fahrenheit. Chicago, Illinois, the Windy City at 6:47 a.m. Cloudy with some clearing, 39 degrees Fahrenheit. In New York City, we have the jungle, as I call it. Sunny and clear, 7:40 a.m. 32 degrees down in New York City. So it's new. We're 32 degrees up here in the southern tier. So that's pretty cool and cold. Down there in Warner Robins, Georgia, where Tony D is at, it's 41 degrees Fahrenheit, 72 degrees for the high. That's a nice temperature. 72 degrees. That would be nice right now up here. It's just like the missus is saying she's nodding her head.
Down, Tony.
40 for the low. Clear skies down there in Warner Robins, Georgia, just south of Macon, Georgia. Thank you, Tony. Appreciate that for the weather update. And let's see, across the pond, the Atlantic Ocean at 12:48 p.m. Cork, Ireland. Cloudy skies, 52 degrees Fahrenheit. In Milan, Italia at 1:49 p.m. You know I'm late if it's 1:49. It's way past manja time. It's 1:49 p.m. in the afternoon. Sunny and clear, 54 degrees Fahrenheit. In Mumbai, India, that's where Double J's is from. 6:19 p.m. 81 degrees Fahrenheit. Or no, is it Mumbai or New Delhi? I think it's Mumbai. Mumbai, India, sunny and clear at 6:19 p.m. 81 degrees Fahrenheit. And in New Delhi, it's clear skies, 6:19 p.m., 70 degrees Fahrenheit, clear skies. In Kuala Lumpur at 8:49 p.m. in their evening, clear skies, 84 degrees Fahrenheit. And in Tokyo, Japan at 9:49 p.m., cloudy skies with a little clearing, 43 degrees Fahrenheit. And in Australia, the great continent, great country, and great ally for the United States, great friends with us, and we do appreciate it. It is in Melbourne, Australia at 11:50 p.m. They got 10 minutes left, and then they're into their tomorrow. Hint, hint, wink, wink, wink. That's the thought for the day. 10:50 p.m. Melbourne, cloudy skies, some clearing, 79 degrees Fahrenheit. And in Sydney, Australia, clear skies at 11:50 p.m., 75 degrees Fahrenheit. And that's our world times and temperatures as I speak. Our thought for the day comes from a gentleman that a great American cartoonist, and that is Charles Monroe Sparky Schulz. He was an American cartoonist, the creator of the comic strip Peanuts, which I grew up with, and which featured two best-known characters, Charlie Brown and Snoopy. They are good. Let's see. Oh, that's our... Who do we have on? Oh, let's see. This is X Live. Who's on X Live? They are good. We got anybody on X Live? Oh, we got two people on X Live. Okay, that's cool. Thank you for the views on the X Live. What do we have on the Facebook real quick here before we do the... Thank you, Tony, for the like on Facebook. Appreciate that. So Charles Schulz quote in our thought for today goes as follows. Don't worry about the world coming to an end today. It's already tomorrow in Australia. Think about that. That puts a smile on my face this morning, folks, because it's exactly right. Don't worry about the world coming to an end today because it's already tomorrow in Australia. Bada bing. Mic dropping moment. I think that's a great quote. That is a freaking great quote. So what's Charles Schulz saying? Well, Mr. Schulz is reminding us that no matter how messy or overwhelming things might seem, time marches on. Perspective can make all the difference. Australia has already decided whatever you're worried about is so yesterday. So that's how I'm taking it. So yesterday. So see how that ties in? I didn't even plan that, folks. That's what I'm so happy about. Thank you, Charles Schultz, for that fantastic, great quote. God bless and Godspeed. And let's see. Going back on the quotes, got that. And there we go. Double J says another day, another start. And as far as that goes, and let's see. Oh, we got to catch up on that. Okay. So that's true. Another day, another start, because it's already yesterday in Australia. So that's freaking great. I think I love that quote. That that ties right into the rest of this morning here, the first 40 minutes, as far as that goes. So what else did he have on there? Charles Schultz. Yeah, Charles Schultz. He's the creator of Peanuts. He's if you're hearing Snoopy's happy dance in your head, or imagining Lucy pulling the proverbial the football away from Charlie Brown, you're already in the spirit. And so don't worry about the world coming to an end. It's already tomorrow in Australia. Equal parts humor and existence, essentially, extensionally reassuring. There's something endearing, particular about this sentiment. It reminds you to let yourself spiral into the worst case scenario mindset. Sure, the sky might fall, but somewhere out there, someone's already moved on to the next day. And that's what we're doing right now. We're moving on to the next day. That works perfectly. I love that. That's great. We're moving on. Let's see, our National Day today. Let's get to the National Day today here. I had it up here. It takes time to let's see. Today we have for Chaplains Day. Okay, for military chaplains. Yeah, they're great. They're a great bunch of people in the military chaplains. We have National Missing Persons Day. Can never forget the missing persons. Women's Physicians Day. The day the music died day. Oh wow, yeah, that's when Buddy Holly. Oh, who was some of the greats there? Buddy Holly. I just remember when the music died, but that's when Buddy Holly passed away. I mean, you can also throw in Elvis Presley, Prince. The music died when Prince passed away. He's great music. I love Prince. Prince was a great musical artist. One of the great. He's up there with the greats. And yeah, the music. The day the music died is when you had the untimely death of Buddy Holly, who was 22, Richard Valens, 28, and J.P. Richardson, the Big Bopper. They all three died in a plane accident. So I'm not using this as the National Day today, but it just to mention those three great artists. We're going to go with something more positive, and we'll continue with our day, and maybe we might go out and get one of these. It's National Carrot Cake Day. We're not going out to get a carrot cake. We're not going to go get a carrot cake. No. Okay. Today is National Carrot Cake Day. On February 3rd, celebrating one of America's favorite flavors of cakes. In the carrot cake, we get to eat our cake and veggies too, as the saying goes. Carrot cake closely resembles a quick bread, which is its preparation to its final consistency. Quick breads mix the wet and dry ingredients separately before combining, and the final product is then a traditional cake. Creamy frosting. Oh, I love the frosting on carrot cake. Separates the layers and often complements the spices of the cake. Cinnamon and nutmeg go well with the natural sweetness of carrot. Many bakers add nuts. Do you add nuts and raisins to yours?
If I make carrot cake?
When you make carrot cake.
If I have them.
Okay.
Sometimes pineapple.
Yeah. Oh, pineapple. That's right. Yeah, yeah. So today is carrot cake day.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Let's go to 100 years ago today with Roger Luther, and then we're going to take a break. I got to refresh my coffee here. And we got some cloudy overcast. Oh, yeah, back to the weather. What the hell? What's our weather day going to be like today? I forgot to mention that. It's snow out. That's what we got. We got snow. But for the rest of the day, just to backtrack, cloudy, high around 45 degrees. So we're going to get up in the 45s. That'll melt the snow. Winds out of the south by southwest, 5 to 10 miles per hour. That's good. The sun rose this morning at 7:17 a.m. and will be setting at 5:23 p.m. And it's nice sunsets now, because it's when it hits 5 o'clock, I'm thinking it's dark out. So we're pushing towards spring. Oh, I forgot the other thing. Yesterday, that reminded me, the sun rising and sun setting. Yesterday was Groundhog's Day. I got to mention this. Yesterday was Groundhog's Day. The groundhog saw his shadow, so he's in the burrow for another. What the hell's going on here? How come that's? Let me change this out here. For some reason, the batteries. Let's see. Okay, there it goes. It's charging now. I watched Bill Murray's Groundhog Day yesterday. I watched the tail end of it. They had a marathon going on, Groundhog Day movie all day long. I watched it on Groundhog Day, so I missed it last year. So I saw it. I was on there. It was right at the last couple minutes where he's making the little sculpture, and he finally comes to terms that he has to be with this girl and stuff. That makes it a chick flick, I think, doesn't it? I don't know. It's a good comedy, good Bill Murray comedy. And Tim Fan says, Mrs. Better get rich a carrot cake. Yeah, there we go, Tim. Yeah. I better get her a carrot cake, because she loves it. She likes it as much as I do. But yesterday, Groundhog Day, a classic movie. I watched it on Groundhog Day. And speaking of groundhogs, hey, Jack. You come out of your hole. He's always looking. We got a couple groundhogs in the back here. I haven't seen them all winter, so we got 6 more weeks of winter just to recognize that. I think it was pretty neat, just sitting back, getting away from the computer desk here, and watching Groundhog Day. Great movie. Okay, let's get with the. I don't want that. Let's see. We want 100 years ago today. Get that lined up. And
activating programming. Great idea.
What the hell's going on there? What the hell? Hang on. What the hell was that? Okay, let's go with Groundhog Day here. Or no, let's go with Groundhog Day. Let's go with Roger Luther here. Let's see. I got this set up. Okay, I got to take the text off. You're having a donut.
Yeah, but I already had my healthy oatmeal.
Oh, okay. You had your oatmeal? Okay, here we go. Let's go ahead. There's Roger Luther. Let's go ahead and see what he has to say for 100 years ago. And this is off of Fox 40. I have no full disclosure. I have no affiliation with Fox 40 News or work there or anything. I just consume it and present it here on the live stream that we enjoy watching. And we'll see what Roger Luther has to say here.
100 years ago today, Binghamton is digging out after a record snowfall. Starting last night and continuing through this morning, 20 inches of snow have fallen. Police arrested 7 men for gambling in a barber shop at number 1 Downs Avenue last night. 121 prisoners were admitted to the Broome County Jail in January, and despite prohibition, 67 of those arrests were for public intoxication. And finally, mark your calendars. A report out of New York City claims that a considerable number of people in that city are convinced that the world will come to an end on February 6th. They plan to gather at the top of a hill on Long Island early that morning and wait for the rapture. That was the news, January 31st, 1925.
So I take it the rapture did not happen. The world was 100 years ago. They thought the world was going to come to an end as far as that goes. What the hell were people thinking back then, huh? What were they thinking? They thought the rapture, what was it? February 6th, they thought the world was going to come to an end 100 years ago. And that's 100 years ago as of Friday.
In 1984, too.
It was supposed to happen in 1984. So there's always a tomorrow, it looks like. So it comes.
Wow.
And then 100 years ago, this past Friday, they had a record snowfalls starting. They had 20 inches of snow. Boy, that must have been really.
Yeah.
They have the snow plows. Of course, they didn't have the roads that we'd had as far as that goes. So, but let's see. Double J said, funny how the last news item related to a quote of the day. Yeah, exactly. Okay, you saw that too. Yeah, it did. It is. How many times has the world come to an end in the last 100 years? Like the missus said, they thought it was going to come to end in 1984. They thought the world was going to be in a handbasket. Y2K. Remember Y2K? They thought, oh, geez, all the computers are going to blow up. Click, 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 click. Next day, nothing happened. So, that is true, Double J's. It's true. That's funny. So that's 100 years ago with Roger Luther, and we thank him for that. We're going to go ahead and let's see. Yeah, that's true, Double. That's true. I'm not biting the political commentary this morning, Captain Rehab. Just so you know, not that I'm not ignoring you, but I'm not biting on that. I'm not going to go there. Okay, as far as I think you have a pretty good idea where my view's set as far as that goes, and things are in an even keel. Oh, and Double J says he remembers 2K. That was a big deal. That was a big deal. I ended up going. I think it happened on a Saturday. I had to go in for overtime, and I had to sit there. I had these 2 computers I had to look at, and I had to watch the clock. We got in there an hour before, so we're sitting there drinking coffee and donuts, and then we went to our workstations. I was working at Endicott at IBM, and there was this one particular tool that they had a regular PC on there, but I had to make sure that I had to bring it in. I got tagged because I knew a little bit about MS-DOS, because we were still using MS-DOS back then, okay? And going into the computer, bringing it into the computer on the computer, they didn't know what was going to happen. All these computers are tied up to their so-called intranet. No, it's not internet. What's the other one where it's just closed? It's interweb.
Oh, that was like intra.
Yeah. Oh, intranet. It was a closed. It was just the IBM network and stuff like that. So, and I think these computers were. Oh, they were probably. I think they were still Windows XP. So I'm looking at this, and it's like click, click, click. Nothing happened. I had to work the machine. I worked the test tool there for several jobs just to say I could, and I had to sign off this report. Intranet. Yeah, what's the other one that it's not? It's when it's closed. It's not the internet. Oh,
Intro.
intranet.
That's right,
Okay, yeah. Well, it's a closed system. It's not the intranet. Yeah, because that's what we had at Yokota Air Base when I first got there, and we were doing Windows 95, man. The intranet. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Double Jason. Thank you. Yeah, the missus, she had it right. But I got paid 4 hours overtime for sitting there just watching a clock. It's like, oh, that was fun days working. I loved working at IBM. Oh man, we had fun. That was a good bunch of people there. The engineers I worked with, they were freaking fantastic as far as that goes. My father worked there for 30 years, and I would have loved working there as my last job, but IBM sold it, and I ended up moving down the road to another place that was just as good for 17 years, and I enjoyed it. But I'm retired now, and I'm enjoying life even more so now. So, yes, the missus got it, Double J said. She's smiling, Double J. It's just like, I told you so. All right, we're going to go ahead and take a little bit of a break here, folks, and we'll be right back. I'm not sure this is going to work. I'm going to try the music off of the laptop or off of my older than dirt iPad mini is up to 11% charge. So we're going to do the music off of there. Let's see what that, let's. Oh, okay. It works. Okay, so we'll do that. We'll use that as far as it's charged up. So I will be right back, and I'm going to get a cup of coffee, and we will continue on with the broadcast. So hang in there, folks. we're back with an open mic. And we are back. We're back here on the Monday Morning Coffee 02.03.2025 at Rumble Broadcast here on Rumble Studios, broadcasting out to Rumble, Locals, YouTube, Twitch, X Live, and Facebook Live. And let's check the Facebook Live. We're looking pretty good over there. And the X Live, we have Tony D. Thank you for the like on X. I am on X at Fireman Rich over there on X. Oh, that video that I played of me punching out the two guys, Wingnut. He said, take up boxing after that performance. Like, I'm going to really be able to perform like a boxer. But we're on X. Let's check the X Live page here. How many people we got there? We got 3 people over there on X Live. Thank you very much for the folks on X Live. Greatly appreciate it. And let's see, we have 3 people on Rumble Studios, 1 person on Locals, 2 people on YouTube. Thank you very much for the folks on YouTube. What the hell? What's going on? Let's see. Let me put that back on YouTube here. Got the live. We got that. Yeah, there we are. We're on the live. Okay, Tim Fan 40 was on the live. Okay, and Tony was on there. Okay, so we got the. We're looking pretty good on the YouTube live, and we're also on Twitch. 2 people on Twitch and X Live and Facebook. So we're good across the board. 6 platforms, and we're having fun here. We got our first hour. I got my second cup of coffee here. And usually it's about this time I'd be ending the broadcast. I was running late. Okay, it happens. More so now than in the past. It's wintertime. We did get some snow last night, and it'll warm up and it'll melt away again and stuff like that. And we'll see what happens there. Okay, let's see what else we have in the news here for this Monday. On Fox 40. What do we got on Fox 40? Anything? Oh, we got something about the Roberson. I love the Roberson. This is a museum that's in Binghamton, New York. And it's a really, really beautiful place. I mean, if you were to come to visit, I would end up taking you all there because this is I haven't been there in a while, but it is a great place. This is the Roberson. And it launches a chair exhibit. And they got some exquisite chairs there, antique chairs, it looks like it. And we'll see what this one is about. Let's see. What's the, oh, there it is.
Welcome back. The Roberson Museum announces that there is a new exhibition opening in the first week of February, and visitors just might be on the edge of their seats for it. Beginning next Friday, the exhibition titled Please Be Seated will debut at the museum. It features a collection of chairs spanning 3 centuries. Guests will explore the historical significance, artistic expression, and refined craftsmanship of the chair. The exhibit's opening is part of the First Friday Art Walk and will offer guests admission at half price at $4 to view it from noon to 9 p.m. Officials ask that you do not sit on those.
Yeah, you don't want to sit on those antique chairs. If you break one, then you're in big trouble. That gives you that's one of the bedrooms that's in the Roberson. It's an old mansion, the Roberson family that were pretty predominant in the Binghamton area about 100 years ago. But they have some other buildings there that they do exhibit. They have an observatory. It's a great place up there in Binghamton, and it's right near the zoo, Ross Park Zoo. As far as that goes, I think it's on the same side of town. And they say half price $4, so adults are $8 still to get in there. I thought it was like up to $10 or $15. It's well worth to go through it. It's a beautiful museum, beautiful home, and so it looks like the Lincoln bedroom there in the White House. So that's the Roberson. I love the Roberson Museum. Love the place. I used to go there. First time I went there, I was a kid. We were in elementary school. We took a field trip. It was one of the first field trips I went on. And they have an annual thing of the Christmas trees around the world. They'll have a Christmas tree that represents all the countries that decorate a Christmas tree. And it's pretty interesting stuff. Okay, so that was there. That's the second. Let's see, what else do we have? Burger Monday Bar and Grill is closed after next week. Okay, I guess you're closing another place. What's this one? When did this happen? The 31st. So that was Friday. Oh, they had a transformer fire on Trope Street Friday afternoon, left hundreds in the dark. The call came in at 2 p.m. for a reported transformer fires are pretty nasty fires. Fox 40 crew at scene says, okay, we'll see if there's a follow-up here on the other broadcasts. I don't see a follow-up at all. Let's see. Rumble Ponies release. Okay, Uncook. Okay, that's it. No, okay, that's it for there. Nothing on our friends on WEBO. And let's see. WNBF, what do we have? We talk about the Burger Monday Bar and Grill closing. I guess they're not making any money. And I don't see anything else there. What's the governor talk about? New York law affects all gyms starting February. Oh, they've got a new one if you go to a gym. Let's see. Okay, we got this is a different fire. This happened the second, which was yesterday. Springville Fire Company responds to a well-involved fire in Springfield Township. Let's see what this one's about here.
Thank you for joining 12 News at 6. I'm Erin Lawler. We begin today in Pennsylvania. According to Springfield Fire Company, 6 Pennsylvania fire stations responded to an early morning house fire. Crews worked for hours on the fire you see here on Button Road. The fully engulfed building was at the top of a long ice-covered driveway, resulting in 800 feet of hose having to be laid out. United, Springfield, Hope Bottom Hose, Nicholson Station 17, Factoryville, and Mess Hoppin Fire Company were all on scene. According to Springville Fire Company, the house was a total loss and the Red Cross is assisting the family.
So the keyword there, keywords, fully involved. So right there, that is a defensive fire as far as that goes. And I'm just saying, how many fire companies did they responded to this one? Let me see. Let's see. We had okay, so this is just south of Pennsylvania. Was this in Pennsylvania? Not sure. Where's Springfield Township? Let me see where that's at. I have no idea where that's at. I've never vaguely heard of Springfield Township. Let me check the map here. Oh, that's in Pennsylvania. Okay, it's down towards down towards Clark Summit. Okay, that's to the south here. South Montrose. It's south of Binghamton. That fire took place south of Binghamton, so that's where that fire is at. And you can see fully involved defensive fire, and officials said the home was a total loss. Red Cross assisting family. Cause of the fire is still under investigation. Seeing that it's fully involved the way it's involved, it's probably a heating related. The big thing, the fire crews battled the 5 hours of containing and putting this fire out in single-digit temperatures. It was a cold night, and they had a lot of hose to go to the. I think they had porta tanks because this is a rural firefighting. So this fire right here is the big thing is nobody was reported hurt. So that's a good thing. That's definitely a good thing as far as that goes. So I'm looking for this other fire that happened. I don't see any update on WBNG. Well, speaking of firefighters, what's this one? Firefighters
Park Center alumni are
Fire meets ice at the annual Firefighter Winter Games in Cortland. Let's see what this one's about. This looks pretty interesting. Talking about firefighters, let's see what this is again on WBNG. I have full disclosure. I have no association with WBNG, but we like hearing about what they have to say.
Arena at SUNY Cortland featured some unusual teams. Firefighters from departments from all over the Empire State took to the ice in uniform for some friendly competition. 12 News' Brian Melanson was there and has the sights and sounds from the event.
130 firefighters from 25 different departments took to the ice at SUNY Cortland for the final day of the 2025 Firefighter Winter Games. Ken Holmes, second vice president of FASNY, says the weekend-long event acts as a great team-building exercise.
Just to get as many departments from across the state in here and get together and network and enjoy themselves.
Broom ball, a hockey-like game played with broom handles and a plush ball on a partially iced-over rink, brought competitive fun for everyone.
It brings good camaraderie between everybody. Very good building, team functioning that brings everybody together. And over the years, we've met tons of other departments across New York State, which is really nice.
Teams pay a registration fee to participate, with the funds going to FASNY to help educate people on fire safety. More or less, the weekend is a great de-stressor for New York's bravest. But no competition is safe from a rivalry.
It's a rivalry, but it's a fun rivalry. It's not, it's not fisticuffs or anything like that. We compete against each other. We compete against each other hard.
You can't do that! That's dirty! Everybody picks ass because we're a bunch of country boys, so it's always fun.
Organizers tell 12 News that the departments look forward to the weekend-long event all year, if for nothing more than bragging rights. Brian Melanson, 12 News.
Okay, so it looks like the firefighters had some fun there on the ice, playing broom. Double J's, let's see. Double J's asked a question. What is a defensive fire, Double J's? You got it fully involved. You sit back and it's a surround and drown. You don't take any offensive fire is when there's life involved. That's where the firefighters going in to rescue. That's where you're going to go on the offense, and you're going to rescue people. When there's no life involved and you have a fire to that extent, it's a defensive mode fire. So it's plain and simple. Defense, you're sitting back and you make sure you got the fire contained. They try and do that a lot in wildland fires, as far as they're on the defensive to try and contain it, because the fires out in California, there's such a huge fire, they're on the defensive. So they're trying to contain it. This is the same fire. You're not going to go in there and save the structure, because it's fully involved. Because once the element of life is taken out of the scenario, that there's life involved, you don't want to hurt yourself. The building can be rebuilt. So that's what's meant by defensive fire, and you got that. Okay, yeah, it's just I've seen it. We've had firefighters in this county. It's been a number of years now, but there was a firefighter death where it was a defensive fire, but the two firefighters went in. One got out, but one died. There was no reason for this firefighter to go in, but they wanted to combat the fire. I won't go into detail in my opinion. I'll keep it civil here. But they should have never went in, because when you get on the fire scene, you do an overall assessment. And the front of the building is your A building, and then if you go right or left, it's B on the side. D is the C is the back side, and A, B, C, D is the right side of the exposures. Okay, and you go around and you see you have to check all four sides. And on that particular fire, where there was a loss of a firefighter years back, they never checked the back of the building, because if they would have checked the back, they would have seen that the majority of the fire was underneath in the basement, and through the windows that they had back there, because it's sort of, when you went back, it sort of sloped back, and the back of the basement came out into the backyard, so to speak. But they could have seen the fire was fully involved, which weakened the floor. These two firefighters went in. Oh, we can go in and battle this because the fire, I can see the fire through the door, but that's not where the fire actually was. When they went in, as soon as they went in, the floor, it collapsed. One firefighter, he was lucky, he hung onto the hose and he was able to crawl out. The other one, he fell into the basement and succumbed to his injuries and passed away. That was a defensive fire. There was no reason. We have firefighters that get a little bit rambunctious and they need to just take a breath. And as far as that goes, so that's what's meant by defensive and offensive fire fighting, as far as that goes. Okay, let's see. That was a good one. They're having fun on the ice. That's good. That's good. In their bunker coats and stuff, and they got the helmets on. You don't want to take a hit on the ice, my friends. That's not a good thing. Okay, let's see. What else do we have here? West Corners respond to the car fire. Okay, I know some people that were. Oh, a Weagle man charged with armed robbery with knife and demanding cash at the quick fill. Ooh, that's not good. And we're just looking down the list here on the WBNG channel. I just realized I was still in the present mode. No problem. You get a feel for how I'm working with the Rumble Studios here. Okay, so let's see. On WAAL, Beatles and Rolling Stones. Oh, that's right. The Grammys were yesterday. Beatles and Rolling Stones among Grammy winners. Two of the biggest acts in classic rock history have added to their long list of achievements, as the Beatles and Rolling Stones both took home Grammys during the early portions of the 67th Grammy Awards, which was yesterday. The Beatles won Best Rock Performance for Now and Then, released as the group's final song. The track was built upon as unfinished demo recorded by John Lennon prior to his death. Though the record had previously been deemed unusable, modern AI technology, here's where AI technology enabled Lennon's vocals to be lifted. A 90s record from George Harrison, plus new contributions from Paul McCartney and Ringo Starr, meant all four members of the Beatles were once again present on the tune, and that's due to AI. That's pretty good. It's really incredible if you think about it, remarked Sean Lennon Ono, who accepted the Grammy on behalf of his late father's band. The Beatles have done so much incredible work, and they still in the culture, and people still listen to music. As far as I'm concerned, it's the greatest band of all time. Yeah, the Beatles are good. Rolling Stones are good. So they're using AI, gets a Grammy Award. That's something. That is something. That's off of WAAL 91.1 FM. It's a radio station I listen to. There's a new radio station I'm listening to. What is it? Let me see. It's part of the WEBO list of radio stations. It's called 95.3 TTC, The Bridge. It's a radio station down there down in Pennsylvania, just across the border. It's a classic rock. It's a very good radio station. 95.3 TTC, The Bridge. Just Google that and you can listen to it. We can't listen to it because we're on YouTube and Facebook, and they don't like you playing music. So, let's see. Anything on channel 34? What's this about? We got a rescue. Oh, we got footage of an area. This is injured New York ice climber rescued via helicopter at Buttermilk Falls, which is town of Huntington, New York. This is from WIVT, WBGH. Forest Rangers, along with New York State Police, rescued an injured ice climber via helicopter at Buttermilk Falls this past Friday. The New York Department of Environment and Conservation released the footage of the rescue. Let's watch this rescue then. Let me bring it up here. Let's see. Let's get this set up. An actual rescue that happened. Okay, let's see. We turn off the volume. Go back here and let's see. Let me go back here. Let's get this. Let's go ahead and present this. It's going to be loud. Okay, here we go. We're on the channel. Let's go ahead and bring this up and play it. So there you have it. Person was rescued, an actual rescued on the video there and stuff like that. So very thankful and grateful to the folks here that did the rescue. Let's see, it was in Greene County. Contacted Forest Rangers for assistance just before noon this is on the 24th of January, so this is last month. So they're just releasing the video now. The injured climber, after falling at Buttermilk Falls in the town of Huntington, the climber had sustained unstable injuries to his ankle and wrist as a result of the fall. According to the release, the man was climbing alone without a cell phone, so he's lucky he was found. The climber lowered himself four pinches when he ran into a group of climbers when they assisted him and called for help, with Rangers arriving around 1:15 in New Paltz. Okay, this is over in the New Paltz. That's over in the Hudson Valley area of New York State. Due to the remote and technical terrain, Rangers requested a hoist rescue from New York State Police pilots leader and The helicopter was New York State helicopter. Rangers secured the 35-year-old climber in a harness so he could safely be hoisted into the helicopter from above. 3 hours later, the New York State police helicopter arrived at the landing zone where the man was transferred. Okay, so it was a process of 3 hours after they found him, I guess. So there we have it. That's pretty interesting. God bless. So let's see. Do we have comments? I think we have a comment there. Do we have a comment? Oh, I thought we had a comment. Okay, we don't have a comment. Let's see. Anything else on nothing there? WENY. Let's see what we got. Oh, here we go. We got. Let's see. Is this a? Yeah, that's. Let's see. We got a story here on Puxatana Phil. Let's bring that up. WENY. They're out of Elmira. Again, no affiliation with WENY, but we do like their webpage, and they're pretty good on the TV. But Puxatana Phil saw his shadow Sunday and predicted 6 more weeks of wintry weather. His top hat handlers announced to a record-sized crowd at Gobbler's Knob in Pennsylvania. And Phil was welcomed with the chants, "Phil, Phil, Phil," and pulled from the hatch on the tree stump shortly after sunrise before a member of the Puxatana Groundhog Club read from the scroll in which he boasted, "Only I know. You can't trust AI," he says. The woodchuck's weather forecast is an annual ritual that goes back more than a century in Western Pennsylvania, with the oldest roots in European folklore. But it took Bill Murray's 1993 Groundhog Day movie, which we watched yesterday, to transfer the event into what is today, what it is today, with tens of thousands of revealers at the scene and imitators scattering around the United States and beyond. When Phil is deemed to have not seen his shadow, that is said to usher in early spring. So he saw his shadow yesterday. When he doesn't see it, it means 6 weeks. But if you look at the calendar, does it really make that much of a difference? Either way, it's about 6 weeks. The crowd was treated to fireworks show, confetti, live music, ranged from the Ramones to the Pennsylvania polka, as they awaited the sunrise and Phil's emergence. Governor Josh Shapiro, local and state electric officials, and a pair of pregnant winners were among the dignitaries on the scene. Self-employed New York gingerbread artist Joan Luptich has attended the event for 33 years. God bless. So there we have it. I'm not going to read any. This is a long article and stuff like that. So, but there we have it. As far as Puxatana Phil, he's sitting there. He's probably the best well-kept rodent in the world, I guess you could say. He probably pampered the crap out of him. Okay, let's see. What else do we got here? Nothing there. Do we got a winter advisory? Oh, they got a notification here on the X. Let's check with the X. What's the notification on X? Let's see. It's coming up. It's coming up. There it is. Well, I think we already seen that one. Okay, so we'll just go back. Let's see. Okay, that's No weather advisories. Okay, I just maybe that's just out. Okay, my Twin Tiers. Nothing there. Penny Saver. Wow. The Penny Saver, Walgreens in Owego, here in Owego, has closed its doors. That's one of two pharmacies that they're right across the street from each other, but Walgreens is closing down their stores nationwide. So, as far as that goes, so that's a sad thing. WKGB, nothing there. Kiss 104, nothing there. Let's see, 106.5 country music out there in Buffalo. What's this new? I guess there's a new law. Let's go to 106. Let's check this one out. Let's see. How much time do we have? Let's see. I know we're not going to make the 2 hours. I think we're at an hour and a half. Let's see. Let me check here. Oh, we are at an hour and a half. So we'll make this the last article here. Let's where is it? This is the radio station 106.5. There's a new law, I guess. It's affecting gyms. If you go to a gym, again, I have no affiliation with 106.5 as far as the radio station out there in Buffalo, but this is an interesting article to find out what the hell's going on here. Let's see. Let's see what this entails. We have if you love going to the gym or plan on getting a membership, there's a new law here in New York State that will have a big impact. As we are starting the second month of 2025, many people have already given up their resolution to lose weight or get back in the gym. It's not easy to keep up with the daily grind with somehow work in a workout. But New York State is trying to make sure if you don't want to have a membership at a gym, you can get out of it. Oh, okay. This is to get out of it. According to our governor here, who I don't really agree with a lot of stuff, along with a lot of the other New Yorkers. New Yorkers no longer have to jump through hoops just to cancel their gym membership. We put an end to the steep cancellation fees, contract technicalities, and other predicted and other practices to keep. Okay, so this, I don't know, this might be a good one. If you have a gym membership, they always have these strings tied to it because they don't want you to give up. They don't want to give up the money. We put an end to the steep cancellation fees. This money, this is your money and it belongs to your pockets. Okay, so I think that's a good step. Your contract can't exceed $3,600 per year, excluding excluding tennis and racquetball facilities. So this is an actual gym. Your contract cannot be for a term longer than 36 months. You must be able to cancel your contract within 3 days of signing. Hopefully the groundhog was wrong and we will have an early spring. The weather has a huge impact on the way we feel and motivate. Yeah, that's for sure as far as that goes. So that I could see that being a good law. Again, I'm not too partial towards our. What happened here? Are we still up on the Rumble here? What happened to Rumble? Rumble went down here. Let's try. Huh. Let's see, come back out of it. Just start it up again. So that's a good law. Yeah, that's Governor Hochul, Captain Rehab. Yeah, she's the governor of New York. I don't really agree with her as far as that goes. Yeah, I'm wrapping up. Yeah, I got to wrap up here. We're at an hour and 35 minutes. I'm already getting the sign from the missus there. She says, "Are you going to wrap this up?" And skip that. I have this on the Rumble Studios here instead of my Twitch app is running a little bit. Oh, there's the president. Hey, Mr. President, second term. Yes. I do like our president. I know there's some people that are irate about him, but I could give a rat's ass about that. That's their bag of donuts. I do like the president. So more so than no, I like President Trump. I don't really care for our governor. She is our governor still, okay? Whether it doesn't matter. I am in disagreement with our governor. I'll just leave it at that. I don't say I like her. I don't say I dislike her. I just don't agree with her. Okay. There's a big difference there, Captain Rehab. Get your shit straight, my friend. Okay. You can not like or dislike somebody, but I think it's whether you agree or disagree with them. I don't know her personally, so how could I like her? How could I dislike her? I disagree or I agree. I'm in that camp, okay? You can go ahead and like and dislike who you want and stuff like that, but if you don't know the person, think about it. If you don't know the person personally, okay, you could say to a certain degree, you could either like me or dislike me because this is more of a personal thing. I'm talking directly to you. It's a personal interaction. I never had any interaction with her. So how can I say I like her or dislike her? I can say I agree or disagree with her policies because she's a governor, just like people do with the president. Now, if you like or dislike them without meeting them, I would say you're more apt to say I like somebody more so than you dislike them. That's a minus mathematics. I'm just talking out my ass. I'm trying to be Captain Rehab. He's okay. He's okay. Do you think I should make a law? Yeah, you're still trying. You're trying to dangle that you're not going to get me. Get off that. The season's over with. Good point. No comeback to that. Oh, really? Let me frame that one. I thought as I was saying it, I'm thinking, man, I sound pretty intelligent there. I have my moments. No, but just a basic line. You know what I know you're smart, so you know what I'm coming from. All funds aside, you either agree or disagree with the folks and stuff like that. Now, if they do some bad things, that's when you can say, you know what, I really don't like this person. And that's when you take more of a personal attachment. I don't want to attach anything more than I can to this governor because I really we could do better in New York State for governor. I'm always looking at. I mean, I hate to say this, but I would have preferred Governor Cuomo over this lady, as far as that goes. This was Governor Cuomo's lieutenant governor, which he had the governors have no choice in picking who their lieutenant governor is going to be. It's dependent upon a party here in New York State, from what I've been told. And which brings me to a point. I got to make a correction. That just came to mind. I should have done this right at the beginning of the show. Yesterday on Tony D's broadcast, it was after the fact. It was in the green room, and I have to make a corrective. Last week, during the tragic event of the airliner and helicopter colliding down there in Washington, D.C., at Reagan's National Airport, I made the comment that I flew into Reagan National Airport because I thought it used to be Dulles Airport. Tony D corrected me on that. He says, Rich, where are you getting that from? Dulles. Look at your. I looked at the map. Dulles is off to the west of Washington, about an hour drive. And I said, wait a minute. I thought that was. So I'm corrected, and I was wrong in thinking that Reagan National. That airport's been around for 20 years, 30 years, I guess. So they made it just as I was coming. I thought they changed the name of Dulles Airport. I flew into Dulles. I never flew into Reagan. So I didn't know what the frick I was talking about. So that was misinformation. And you know how I feel about misinformation. So Tony corrected me on that. Tony was very insightful. He knows that area. I was pretty, my eyes opened up when he, so yes, they're two different airports. And I made the mistake because I always thought Dulles Airport they changed the name when Reagan passed away, and that wasn't the case. So I was wrong. I was in the wrong straight up in saying that. So even still, it was Tony. He corrected me on that, and I appreciate that, Tony, because I will always step up and say that I was wrong on the because, and it goes back to what I was talking about last week on some of the programs. If you're a broadcaster and you're making observations and reporting events that are going on, make sure you have your facts. Don't talk out your ass. And there's several broadcasters out there that I don't watch, but somehow I get sucked into looking at. I get told about their broadcasts, and I'm just curious, and I dip in and I'm looking at, and I'm like, what a freaking yeah. What's that? Yeah. Anyway, I want to go down there. I'm getting checked by the missus there. But yeah, they're two different airports. It's very highly congested. I know that from reports, because the reports. So I gave a little misinformation that so I don't have any personal contact with that airport as far as that goes. Double J says first mid-air in years, would love to know the firefighters know the findings of the. Yeah, they're going to find out eventually. It's been 15 years. I think it was 15 years since the last one, Double J's. That's what I've seen in the news. And Captain Reese says, oh my, yeah. Captain Rehab. Yeah, the NTSB. Exactly. That's who's going to determine. And they have a methodical, very precise workflow of getting there. The reporters and press, they say, what is it? We're going to take care of it. These guys they'll find out. They'll know what, and they'll release their findings, and it just takes some time. But yes, the NTSB, as far as that goes, and we'll find out. But I just want to make a correction that I had the two airports mixed up. Again, I flew into Dulles back when I was in the military. I never flew into Reagan. I think knowing what I was told about the air congestion there, I don't think I'd ever want to fly into that airport. It's just, I think my personal feelings is that with everything, it was just, it's amazing how that didn't happen sooner in some cases, but we will see what happens. And it's a tragedy, and there's a loss of life, just like there was a loss of Captain Rehab, the airport that Learjet that flew out of, that had the incident here recently here with the people that 30 seconds after takeoff. Was that a different airport, or was that Philly International? Let's see. Yeah, the reports are in the news, Captain Rehab, you're right. The air traffic controller supposedly let somebody home that night, and there was only one person handling both planes and helicopter. That could be a contributing factor. That couldn't be the only fact. That could be a contributor. There's dominoes. They when they're doing an air incident, they try and prevent it to where if an incident goes through one hole of the Swiss cheese, it's blocked. But if there's another hole and it goes all the way through the Swiss, that's when you're going to have an incident. But Captain Rehab, can you confirm that plane that took off, the Learjet, because you're down there in Philly, is that a different airport than Philly International? Because I'm not sure. That could be the same case where, because I've flown out of Philly International a number of times when I was in the military. It's not. So it is a different one. Okay, because I saw on the map, and it looked like a smaller airport, and I couldn't find Philly. I couldn't find Philly International. So it is a different one. Thank you for confirming that. So it's the same case. That was a different airport, because they say an airport in Philly, and automatically I'm thinking, is that Philly International where I came in? It's another airport in Northeast Philly. Okay. Thank you, Captain Rehab. That's good. And for the folks that are listening on the audio pod and watching on the replay, Captain Rehab, he's over on the Twitch side, and he actually lives down there. He's a New Yorker, but he lives down in Philly. And so then that's what I thought. So, and that's what I that's what the case is with the incident down there in Reagan. It's two different airports, and I misspoke there. So I'm coming full clean there. So I don't want to. I made it a point. I should have said that at the beginning of the broadcast, but we are at an hour and 45 minutes, folks, and we're going to go ahead and exit stage left. I want to say thank you to Double J's for being here. Greatly appreciate you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you, Captain Rehab. As always, you're always welcome, my friend. You are always welcome, and I do appreciate. I know I know you're doing the jab. Okay, that's okay. You're staying within that limit, so I do appreciate. And I appreciate you being here, my friend. You always add the light, a little bit of light to the broadcast. Thank you, Tony D. Salute to you, my brother veteran, my good friend and fellow broadcaster. You have a great day there. Thank you, Tim Fan 40, for being here. As far as that goes, thank you very much. Greatly appreciate Tim Fan 40 being in the comments on the YouTube side, Double J's and Captain Rehab on the Twitch side, and we had Tony coming in on everything. He comes in on everything, so which is good because as a broadcaster, it tells me those platforms are up and stuff like that. All right, folks, this is Rich Roberts at Fireman Rich. We're starting a new week, folks, and let's see. Captain Rehab, always poking. You're poking. And thank you, Captain Rehab, and thanks to you, Double J's. Thanks. Have a great week. Yeah, catch you in the next. Yeah, we'll be back Wednesday for the Wednesday morning coffee. You all have a great one. Rich Roberts, that Fireman Rich over there on X. Follow me over there, and you all have a great one. We started a new week. We're working towards the weekend. You all have a great one. Live life. Have fun. Ciao for now. As always, peace. Take care, folks, as we start the outro. Ciao for now.